can you tell us some of the ways in which you've seen God working over the last few years?
Yeah, so we decided, rightly or wrongly, to parachute into Glenorchy with my wife and I, 3 kids, and a couple who joined us from EV Church. So we thought that was going to be plenty enough. And we were just going to kind of winsomely tell people to come and join us, and we'd get that like launch team of 100 and we'd be fine. But this thing was coming out of China that was looking like that might not happen. And we found that kind of, we spoke to a lot of people in Tassie and on the mainland about coming to join us, but no one could come and travel. And Tassie people were just like, we don't know anything about you. Like, why would we join you? You know, like, so it was actually really difficult to build a team. And yet we launched last year. There was about 30 of us together. I just think God is so good that happened. So we've seen God working in that way. We found heaps of, like as a family, we've had quite a few difficulties in the last couple of years. But the way that God worked so powerfully for us was we've had so much support. So we came from a church in Sydney who have just been so supportive of us, not only financially, but often small midweek groups will ring us up and do a Bible study with us and ask us to share about what's going on. And that's been so, it's like therapy for me, right? Like, but also maybe hopefully helpful for the groups that do that. I don't know if Dave Mears knows he's been pastoring our church, but he was my pastor in Sydney, and I keep ringing him up asking questions, you know, like, what would you do here? And so, like, just that sort of support's been really, really good. But not only from our local church, from our home church, but Reach and Geneva have been super. This is not a plug, by the way, but they have been really, really supportive, like, because church planning has been difficult. And, yeah, so we feel really supported by FIAC, which is our independent, who we've kind of come under the fellowship of, and Geneva and Reach, yeah.
Tell us about someone who's become a Christian.
Yeah, well, we had a monthly mission in December, and one of our goals was to hand out 500 show bags with our name on it, with some things inside it, of course. So, and a church in Sydney had missed out because of COVID on a mission event they were doing, and they had 500 of those Gospel of Marks, the alabaster ones, which are really beautiful looking. So we put them in, and we had some of these lollies and details about our church. And we went to the local supermarket, and you're not allowed to step outside of this zone. You hire a zone for a while, and you can't go within like one step away from it. So we've got these 500 show bags, and we can kind of take one step out. But all we did was, the whole church got together, and we did it in shifts. And we would just say, we're a new church in Glenorchy. Here's some information. Would you like some? And we got rid, like all 500 went. And from that, there was a woman and her daughter who came, and they said, you've got a church. We've just moved into the area. We'd like to consider that. And she was about to get married to a Tasmanian. So the 3 of them came along. Sorry, she just got married, and the 3 of them came along. The first thing he did when he got to the first week was he picked up a Bible and he said, how much is this? I said, $20, mate. And he took, we gave him the Bible, and yeah. And I think the way we describe it, he came and did a Christianity Explored type of thing that we did, and he became a Christian just a few weeks back. And if it were not for COVID, yeah, it's awesome, yeah. He missed his own baptism because of COVID, but we just dunked someone else. It was all right, yeah.